You are now listening to the world-famous Gamer Boyz Podcast.
What's good, fam? It's your boy Jorge. Welcome to another episode of the Gamer Boyz Podcast. I got my guy over here, the filler. Filler Dave is what they call him.
Filler Dave, yeah. Filling in for Pirate Zero today. No big deal.
Yeah, I guess.
Pilot Hero.
His vagine hurt, he said.
Okay, well, I mean, sometimes that vagine gets in the way.
Yeah. So what's up, man? How you been?
Good. Everything's great. Loving life. Doing my thing. What am I doing? I'm doing Two Dumb Hunks. That's my jam right now.
So you were on the show earlier. I think you've been on the show twice this year already.
Yeah.
But we talked about you started your own podcast.
Yep.
Which is awesome. But you are no longer called the Double Scoop of Poop.
Yeah, just a double scoop.
Now you're known as, AKA, also known as.
Yeah, Two Dumb Hunks.
Two Dumb Hunks. So the Two Dumb Hunks podcast, available anywhere where you can listen to podcasts.
Yeah, YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. That's probably the best place.
Yeah. Well, these guys don't even check us out on YouTube, so good luck on that one.
Okay. Well, you know what? That is one of the things I struggle with. I'm trying to figure out where the best media placement is. But ultimately, podcast style stuff is always best listened to while you're traveling in the car, I feel like. So that's why I'm putting everything on YouTube, but I'm like, ideally, I think that's where our numbers are mostly going to come from. And that's what we've seen so far anyway.
Yeah. I think you just need that extra content to basically please the fan with visuals along with your podcast.
Right.
And then eventually that's what gets you there. But if we only basically have our podcast on YouTube right now, we're getting some clips here or there.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do a vlog, a daily, not a daily vlog, but a weekly vlog or whatever, what Pilot Hero and I are up to and stuff. That way it gives the viewers a chance at a 10-minute video or whatever that they can get to know us better. And
right. Yeah. Just have a little bit more personal.
Yeah. Instead of an hour podcast when they're like, I don't know if I want to watch an hour or even just listen to an hour on that platform. Cause our bigger numbers come from the listening side.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Same thing I'm seeing.
Yeah. So I think that's the main important part, but then, it's a game.
Yep, for sure. All I can say is it is a lot of work, but man, it is so much fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's what I preach to kind of anyone that I talk to that are interested in getting into podcasting or anything like that. It's just it's really fun. You can't really go into it unless you're already a very celebrity type or a person that's out there in the media already.
Yeah.
You can't really go into it thinking that you're just going to blow up in 2 seconds. So it's more of the love for it. And really when you kind of have that personality, I think, and you first do your first few, it doesn't take that long for you to be this is fucking fun.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. We, my co-host Sean and we've been, I think we're on episode 28, 29 now. And, it's a lot of fun. We kind of lose track of time constantly. We ended up starting 2 episodes a week because we would talk for about 3 hours. And then I'm like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Not everyone's taking a road trip to San Francisco every week. So let's cut it up into 2, whatever.
Or unless you're Joe Rogan.
Yeah, right.
Because he has those 3-hour ones and you're like, I don't know if I'll listen to this whole thing. And then all of a sudden it ends. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does have different people every time and they're all professional experts in their field and shit. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And one of the things I got to say to anyone that's even thinking about or maybe just wants to get better at something, it's enhanced a lot of my skills, just doing a little investigation stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
Getting better at just conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know what happens, but you push play and suddenly you can just talk.
Yeah.
It's oh.
Yeah, but it's actually a lot harder than most people think. And to have that rapport with your co-host or kind of anyone, it's a lot harder. And then also too, some people are not used to it. So you do an interview and they don't really know. They're just there for you to ask them questions. Right. So when that conversation doesn't just completely blend.
Right.
You ask them a question, they're done. But someone else that really does this all the time could elaborate or go into a different topic.
Oh, no,
whatever.
No, for sure.
So when that person does that, they're like, so my day was good. And you're like, oh shit. Like, you got to really it kind of throws you off your game.
I've been there. Yeah, chemistry is a big thing too. I know you and Pilot here do really well together. Me and my co-host, well, you've seen some of our episodes. It's like it just doesn't fucking stop. Yeah. I'm like, all right, we got to shut up and switch gears. But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it kind of helps me identify, like, if we were having a conversation, how much stuff I actually need to know about before I can just say, hey, did you hear about Elon buying Twitter? Mm-hmm. It's like, what are you going to say? Is that the conversation? Like, you actually have to know, oh yeah, you purchased it for $44 billion, whatever, this and that, So it's kind of helped me evolve those kinds of things.
I kind of do it where like, I'm like, did you hear about this? And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh shit. I was hoping you did.
Right. Wait,
I just brought it up, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd carry us on that one.
Yeah. No, but it's fun. I actually been thinking about doing like more of a TikTok, but maybe even a YouTube, kind of like not a course, but like just like based on my experience. I've been doing this for 4 years now. The things I think like are important in podcasting, and then also like how to get started, because I think that a lot of people want to do it, but it stops people because they're like, well, I don't have the equipment.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you have your phone. You can do it off your phone.
I'll tell you what, a $20 ring light and a phone will get it done.
Yeah.
Every time.
Exactly. Or they're like, well, I don't know how to start it or whatever. And it's like, I would like to like put my expertise out there for someone like a normal person, just being like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I could do that. And then when they do it and they don't spend that much money, but then they do it and they're like, yeah, this is kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, the nice thing is
not for you then.
Yeah. The nice thing is podcasting is one of those things that you can do for almost no money.
Yeah.
To get started, to figure out if it's something you even want. It's not like going out and buying a $2,000 camera and then a couple lenses to be like, oh, it's not what I thought it was.
Yeah. And then also too, like you got to realize that, you might think like we all operate the same way, but we all kind of think that we have the best ideas. There's timeless amounts that like people always say like, oh, I need a show. And so I'm like, you're not that cool.
Right.
But everyone just thinks like that of themselves, which is cool.
Everyone has genuine ideas.
Yeah. But then when it comes down to it and you actually produce it, put it out there and you get 2 listens, it's very discouraging, Yeah. And then if that doesn't go up, it's like, where do you go from there? So that's kind of where like, I want to like put that out there. Like be ready. Like not everyone's going to listen to you. You have 100 friends. Out of your 100 friends, maybe 10 listen to it. And you're like, dude, I told all of them. And it's not everyone's really down.
Failure is like part of the process.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this isn't working. So what can I do to change it? Or, what am I seeing that is working or that I can improve upon or stuff like that. So,
but I just think people getting into it are very delusional at first.
Yeah.
So I think like if there's someone like me that I could tell you like, hey, this is how it's probably going to be for your first like few months or year or whatever.
Yeah.
Your first,
I mean, it wasn't
episodes.
even like, so I don't know how long we've been doing this, 14 weeks or something, my podcast. And it wasn't until like you noticed that you said something like the episode 27.
Yeah.
Like if you guys want to check it out, episode 27 is great. Great
Which is
place
the latest one.
Yeah. Like you were like, dude, that was your best one.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And then I listened to the one that we just recorded for that's releasing tomorrow. And I was like, damn, we did it again. So I think we're kind of hitting the spot where it's like, okay, that's like our sweet spot, Mm-hmm. And it took us that long to get there.
But now that you're there.
Yeah.
You'll get to another spot that you'll be like, you know what? I think we could do this better this way.
Yeah.
And then you switch that direction and all of a sudden you're like, you know what? Actually, I don't know if that works.
Right. Right.
It's like we've done that on this podcast quite a bit of times till we got the formula that we have now. And that could change, you know what I mean? But so it's a very interesting thing. So I think it's
a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Cause I do it. Cause even on like the post production side of things, I'll spend, like I said, you could do it with your phone. I mean, I was fortunate enough to have all the equipment I already needed. So I was like, okay, to do it on like the next level, I guess you would say, where it's been like, I'd spend 20 hours a week, basically being a complete rookie, learning how to use Adobe Audition. And now I'm working with Premiere Pro, and I'm not fast at that stuff by any means, but I've cut my time down probably by 75% doing that. So now that extra free time I'm using to try to figure out, okay, what's next? How do we improve this more? Or how do we get the word out more? That kind of thing.
Yeah. It's fun though.
No, it's a blast.
I think that's the main thing. If you get into it and you're not having fun your first few episodes, then it might not be for you, which is cool. You know, figure something else out. And then if you're doing it, you'll realize like we just said, you sit there and you talk for an hour. You're like, dude, that was an hour already. And that happens constantly. That does happen a lot when we have like a certain guest. The ones that like you could tell that really do like to talk.
Right.
We're done in an hour. I usually cut it off pretty well. And then they're like, oh shit, it's been an hour?
Yeah. I know, right? It goes by so fast.
Yes. That's the way you know you're having fun.
Yeah. I often consider myself a binge watcher of my own media. Yeah. Just because like, well, what else are we going to be doing? Like a lot of people spend a lot of time watching like Netflix or something. I'm like, I don't really do any of that. So this is my entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
speaking of entertainment, I don't know if you saw this, but Daniel Radcliffe, which he's famous for Harry Potter.
Yes.
Okay. So Harry Potter. That's what we'll refer to him as.
Have you seen him in any of the previous movies?
I haven't seen any Harry Potter. Well, I've seen him in one movie, which was called, I forget what it was called. Guns Akimbo. Okay. Because akimbo mean like in Call of Duty. I don't know if this is like a real term. Okay. But it means double. Like when you akimbo your guns, you have two pistols instead of one. Yeah. Akimbo. So it was called Guns Akimbo, and he's basically this guy that was like in a video game based real life, like kind of like Saw. Some guys like running the whole show. And I think they attached two guns to his hands. So he has pistols as hands.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So the actual movie itself was pretty entertaining and everything, and he's just like nerdy already, and that's kind of what he played, and then he was a badass. In a sense. Okay. Well, so I guess that's a good way to tie it in, because I was going to say I've seen it. I have not watched any movies since Harry Potter. You know, I've watched the Harry Potters. I got the kids and stuff, and they're all into that. So we watched that, but they've had him play what seems to be in some action or drama films since then. It's like he's Harry Potter. Since you didn't see that, maybe it didn't spoil it for you. Yeah. But it's like, you're not going to take Daniel Radcliffe and make him into something like an action hero, especially like really. Diehard Harry Potter fans. It's probably really hard for them to disconnect him from that. But he's been casted in the new biopic for Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh shit! Okay,
so he's gonna be Weird Al
in the 90s, right?
Yeah. So he was the guy that did like all the parody songs, right? Like "Gangster's Paradise" by Coolio. He did Amish Paradise. Yeah. He did Michael Jackson. Because I'm bad. I think the song is Michael Jackson, right? Or Bad, and it was called Fat because I'm fat.
Oh yeah, and
just like it did Madonna. Yeah, whatever happened to him?
He just kind of
he disappeared. But so the trailer's out there. I'll probably post it on the show. I'm not sure yet, but I'll probably get taken down by YouTube if I do. So we'll see. But if you don't see it on the show right now, it's on YouTube. You can find it anywhere, but it's the Weird Al Yankovic story. And in there, it's actually pretty interesting because of what you're saying. He was so big. He actually won like 2 Grammys. Like this guy was
crazy
for like being like just a comedic, like realistically not
satirical musician,
not talent as far as like voice and everything. Yeah. Or like just everything that you think of an artist, but like he was a genius, obviously, for the type of music he was doing and taking a song that's already made, but then making it funny and just like redoing it. Right. So he was a genius for that. But so he's in this movie. And I remember Weird Al being like a really tall, lanky guy. Right. Yeah. So I don't know if Daniel Radcliffe is the best suit for him, but he does kind of look like him in the trailer.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I mean, that's not bad. I can see a picture of him here.
So, but they also played a little snippet, and I'm wondering, like, it really did sound like Weird Al. So I'm wondering if they just took that and he lip syncs, because the biopic for Queen, the Freddie Mercury, the guy that played that character, he actually sang the songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow. He was that good. And then you had there was another one too. Well, Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix. He's an amazing actor. He sang. And Reese Witherspoon in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that wasn't Johnny Cash. Like,
did John C. Reilly sing the originals in Walk Hard?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that was that was his normal voice. But there was another one too. I think Elton John had his movie that released not that long ago.
Was that like Rocket Man?
Yeah. I believe that guy also sang in the movie. Wow. So those guys are like really
good at what they're doing. Yeah.
Okay. So this one just sounded a little too much like Weird Al, and I don't see Radcliffe's. I don't really see him being at that level as far as like his range.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I could see that. But I mean, Weird Al didn't like sing great to begin with. So.
Yeah, but to sound exactly like Weird Al, I don't know. But I don't think that's his range.
A good imitation of Weird Al is actually a bad singer.
I mean,
we could say.
Yeah, he was a good bad singer.
Yeah, I mean,
he wasn't like a bad one.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, but you'd never be like, hey, this guy should cut his own album. And
if you heard him at karaoke, he'd be like a normal guy. You'd be like, that guy sucks.
You think so?
Yeah, but then you put his CD in.
He was a good bad singer. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You put a CD in and you're like, oh, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
But like at karaoke, you probably sounded like a normal guy.
Auto-tune going, he's in.
Yeah. But I just thought that was pretty funny. And it's kind of, I mean... Sometimes that's how magic happens. You think Harry Potter's in the movie, you're like, dude, that's gonna suck. And it might be a great movie.
Well, I probably won't see it either way.
I'll see it for sure.
Let me know.
You don't like those type of movies?
I just haven't been watching movies. Like I still want to see the new Spider-Man. I still want to see the new Batman. I haven't seen any of those. And that's on my to-do list. And I'm just like, oh, it's not a good day for it. You know,
the Batman's on what's it called? HBO.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you have HBO Plus,
I do not.
Watch that. Oh, well.
I might be able to just buy it from Apple, right?
I don't know if it's out for sale yet.
Okay. Rent it, buy it, whatever. At this point, if I have to buy it for $20, I'm okay with that. Because last time I went to the movies, it was an easy $100.
Yeah.
Every time I go, I'm just like, God, who can afford that now?
Spallers.
I mean, 4 people go to the movies, $100.
So you just rent the movie out.
That's what I'm saying. $20, buy it at home.
Yeah. Huh?
Something like that.
Sounds
you guys still sponsored?
Yeah.
Okay. Goyaki. Get some.
Where do you think you got that from?
I mean, what happened? First thing I came in the house, I'm like, where's the Goyaki at?
I mean, I'll give a tour of the fridge. Just packed. No, I already had one today.
Okay.
So
you might be tapering off. Cooling down,
so
you go to sleep.
I got a cherry Pepsi over here, so it's like I need to take it easy.
Choose wisely.
Yeah. But what you were saying about like renting the movie at home or buying it kind of sounds like a little subscription service, a little one called like Netflix, maybe.
Yeah, but they don't have the movie,
right? But Netflix, they're actually today there was a lawsuit that dropped, or not today, on Tuesday there was a lawsuit from the shareholders. After losing all those subscribers. So I don't know if you heard about that, like during Q1 of 2022, they lost 200,000 subscribers.
Okay, I did hear about that.
So that was a shitload. Right? Yes. So Netflix,
do you know what their total subscriber count is?
No.
Okay, it's got to be in the millions, easy.
Oh yeah.
So anyway.
But they filed a lawsuit on Tuesday against the streaming giant for allegedly downplaying the impact of account sharing. Increased competition and difficulties retaining subscribers. Did you guys cover what they were doing with the account sharing stuff? I thought it was a really good deal. No, I didn't talk about the account sharing, but I did bring up that like it was they're assuming it was part because of the account sharing. Right. So break that down for us because it doesn't make sense. Yeah. So their plan is like, but I mean, I think, let's be real. Everyone knows, like, if I have a Netflix subscription, there's at least probably one person not in my house using it as well. So Netflix's plan is and they're doing this in other countries right now just to roll it out and kind of see how it goes. But their plan is just to offer an additional subscription for like it was super low. It was like $3 a month to have one extra user outside of your house. So I thought it was a great idea. I was like, that makes sense. And to say, okay, well, we're also going to crack down. So if we see, like, I don't know how that works, like your IP address isn't the same, there's a residence using yours on a regular basis, we're cutting it off, something like that. But does that make sense to you that like people would be that upset that they would just cancel instead of just being like, hey, mom and dad, uncle, whatever, whoever, you can no longer use or just change your password and then you have your account still. Right. So you can watch it. Right. Like, I don't really see that many.
It doesn't make sense.
Subscribers leaving.
I think it might have just been like one of those final pushes, because there's a lot. Because in the last year or two, there's been a lot of extra competition coming in.
Yeah, and that's what the article says.
And so that's like where I think a lot of people are like, shit. Because I do the same thing. I'm like looking at Hulu. Hulu doesn't appeal to me, but HBO, that's been on my radar lately. I'm like, damn, they have a lot of good quality stuff, and then you got the HBO library and all that, and then like I think I subscribed to Peacock for like the Super Bowl this year. They got me just for that because it was like $5 or something, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll sign up. And then I canceled it. I think I canceled it about 2 months ago because I was like, they don't really have anything, but it's just enough competition to where it's like, well, I don't want to pay $100 a month for 5 different subscriptions.
Right.
So I got to pick, and I got Disney Plus and Netflix basically is what it comes down to at this point.
Yeah.
And that's about where it's at. But for a lot of people, 200,000 say, maybe it was just that final push of, oh, there's so much other competition and this has been on the fence. Yeah. So, all right, I'm cutting it.
But it's funny that's like one of their main things that they bring up.
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to cover their tracks with like the whole like increased competition, and they can't compete because these other applications have better shows maybe, or better libraries,
right,
or just like better deals. So instead of just saying that, like, hey, we don't know what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Like they're saying, hey, it's because we're cutting down on sharing passwords. It's
it seems crazy.
I don't think that's what it is. But so the shareholders are pissed off. So they're filing a lawsuit against them for, downplaying all this stuff that they should have been forward with, their shareholders.
Right.
So
does it say how much? It's weird that the shareholders are suing its own company because the shareholders are in fact owners of the company.
Yeah. So it was 200,000 in Q1, and they're saying within the next year is going to be in the millions.
Okay.
So they're expecting.
I mean, they were the market leader for the last like 10 years. Like there was no competition.
And they already came out saying that they're also planning on bringing, because of all this stuff happening, they're also planning on bringing ads. And that's one thing that Netflix has.
I mean, maybe that's an additional thing that people are like, nah, okay.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they're going to have subscription and ads, or free and ads, or subscription.
I think subscription and ads, and then they'll probably have like the premium, which is, okay, if you buy the premium, then you won't get ads.
Okay, I see.
Do you know who Hulu works right now? Is it still free with ads, or you have to get a subscription no matter what? When you say free, what do you mean?
Well, because Hulu originally was free, but you would just watch commercials.
No, it's cheaper.
Okay.
So it's like $9.99.
Yeah.
But you watch commercials.
Like when Hulu first started, you could watch it for free.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now it's like you pay for it like $9.99. But if you want the free or the non-commercial, you pay $14.99.
Right.
So I think that's exactly what Netflix is probably thinking of doing too, or it's already 14 whatever for Netflix, 12. I don't remember. But then, in the future they'll be like, all right, $20 and it's no ads. And it's like, dude.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's for the longest time I always thought Netflix was had a very high quality for the price. And now I think it's kind of balancing out is part of the thing.
I think Netflix is really good with their documentaries. Mm-hmm. They have probably like the best selection.
Yeah.
They have like shows, but they're very their shows are the binge ones, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
They don't have shows that kind of, like HBO has Euphoria.
Okay, like weekly releasing shows?
Yeah, weekly.
Yeah, typically I think they...
And then... we just talked about Twitter, and Twitter's like the epicenter of like information. So like Euphoria comes out on Sunday. Mm-hmm. Everyone's talking about it on Twitter.
Oh, really?
It's just like trending. So then everyone's like, oh shit, dude, I didn't watch it last night. Monday. Like
don't look at Twitter.
Or like you did watch it, and then like everyone's just so just talking about it. It's trending. It brings like a community. You know what I mean? Or you go to work tomorrow and be like, hey, did you watch Euphoria last night? But you can't do that with the Netflix shows because you binge them.
Right.
Hey, you watched Narcos? Yeah, I watched it the first day it came out. I watched all 20 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
It's weird that, I mean, the other thing is like they have, what was this last series they released? The Korean one.
Was
it Korean? I think it was Korean.
It was one of those places.
Yeah. Squid Games. Like it's weird that they've lost that many people and they had the biggest series they've ever produced.
But that was the thing too. It was just like binge. So like once the whole hype died down, I got into it. So once I watched it, it wasn't like popular anymore. It wasn't I could talk to someone and be like, dude, you were actually here when we were watching.
Yeah, I watched the first episode with you and I was like, my wife was fighting me on it tooth and nail. So I was like, fine, we're not going to.
It's actually really good.
We won't watch it. Yeah, I wanted to watch it. Both my kids that were like, even the little guy, it's funny. I know he probably shouldn't be watching it, but
my kid saw it.
He was like, oh no, it's fine. And then like 2 days later, he's like, that show where they're shooting people, that's scary. I'm like, all right, we're done. We're not watching that again.
At least he recognizes that.
I was like, good thing we took a little break.
Yeah. You need to tell your wife to stop being a hater.
I know. I rubbed off on her.
She hates on all the shows, man. But yeah, so I think that's like what other platforms are doing. They bringing out these shows that are like release weekly or whatever. Yeah. And then it brings more of a community to the show, not just like, here's the whole entire season. You waited a year or 2 years to watch it. So typically we're going to binge it. On a weekend, you're going to watch every episode and then it's over.
What's that other series that's real popular on Netflix where it's like the kids and it kind of has like an 80s feel to it, but they're...
Oh, the Stranger Things.
Yeah. Like I've been watching that. The last season wasn't that great, but yeah, that's kind of like what they do is they just dump it all. And now I'm sitting like, I think they just announced another season's coming.
Yeah. So. And I remember like HBO before they even had the HBO Max, they probably had the other apps or whatever, but Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So I've never watched Game of Thrones, but I remember every single week it'd be trending. People were talking about it like, oh my God, Game of Thrones. And I'm like,
man,
is it that? You know what I mean? But like,
no, it's that.
Yeah.
Is that good?
But that's the thing. I think that's why people love HBO.
Right.
They bring those top quality shows that they're going to release weekly.
Too. The other one is Apple TV. Like
trash.
I mean, yeah, it's not that great, but they are producing a lot of quality like series now. They're just starting kind of getting kicked off with that. And you got to think that it's pretty much free because everyone's already subscribed to their like family $30 a month plan. Anyone that is now gets that for free. So it's kind of like that's also a turn off to other subscriptions, Well, it's
even like Amazon Prime now that we're talking about it. Like The Boys, they have their original shows that they release weekly. And that was one of those shows too where,
isn't that like the
superhero,
the super villains that are good or something like that? Okay, cool. Yeah.
So that's one of those ones you watch and you're like, dude, that was such a good episode, but now I got to wait till next episode. And that's why the stuff really does trend, Yeah. And that's, I blame Netflix for that.
At the pace at which technology and media changes these days, I'm surprised that's still a thing. Like to watch something right now, like Game of Thrones is a great example. I couldn't watch one of those episodes and wait another week for it to come out. I wouldn't even remember. It's like so complicated in my mind. I'm like, I couldn't even tell you what the characters' names were.
Yeah.
I'm like, that guy, I know who everyone is. I'm like, I don't know their names. And I'm very happy I don't have to wait till next week to watch this because I wouldn't remember what the last episode was about.
But that's a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think we want to consume as much content as possible and be entertained.
Yeah.
And we don't want to wait. But then at the same time, I think the waiting game, we've grown up like that.
Yeah.
Younger kids nowadays, not so much. They grow up with the like in your face right now.
Right.
But we've grown up with that, with watching shows that they were dropped every week and you had to wait till the next week to watch the show or episode, whatever it was. And I think, Netflix was kind of the one that started that. But at the same time, now with these other apps coming out, I think it's bringing us back to reality of how it should be, in my opinion.
Right.
And then
you're going to have to, these production companies got to pace themselves a little bit,
Hey, it might make them make better shows.
Yeah.
True. All right. In other news, Blizzard hires.
In other news?
Another news.
Oh.
Sorry. I guess I must say it like that because,
Yeah, another nudes.
Pilot Hero said that the other time too. In other news, Blizzard hires first head of culture. So Blizzard Entertainment, was under fire for a lot of sexual harassment claims.
Yeah.
And I think the CEO or whatever, they made him like stepped down or whatever.
Yeah, he wasn't acting appropriately. He wasn't involved in anything, right? He just wasn't taking action on the problems.
Yeah, he knew a lot of stuff that was going on. And it was basically other guys doing that were kind of higher up.
Just in the background giving fist bumps.
Yeah, and he was like, good job. Can't do that. But Blizzard Entertainment has hired its first ever vice president of head of culture to help make the Overwatch and Diablo company move more diverse and inclusive in the workspace.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool because I was
that's kind of like a challenging industry to do that in, I feel like.
Well, yeah. Especially like how popular it's gotten. The gaming industry is just booming right now. And they might have gone from old school to like super booming now. Mm-hmm. And some of those players are still in those lead roles. Right. And it's like nowadays there's a lot of female gamers that like really do matter to the culture. Right. So yeah, they need to figure that out. But Jessica Martinez has joined Blizzard to help lead the effort to empower workers to feel they can learn, grow, and bring their most creative selves to their work. So I was like, okay, well, you hired a female. Mm-hmm. Obviously, that's what was going to be
step one.
Yeah. But actually, Jessica Martinez previously worked at Walt Disney Company for more than 14 years as the chief of staff and the advisor in Parks and Resorts division. So
chief of staff?
Yeah.
Dang.
So she has 14 years experience at a really high company, Walt Disney Company.
Yeah, I'd say she's taking a little step backwards there.
Well, maybe not in pay though. You know, maybe they're giving her the big bucks for that.
Sure.
So, but she has a pretty impressive resume, I think, and I think she'll probably fit. She'll fit good there. I mean, a Hispanic. Or maybe it's Martinez is from marriage. I'm not really sure. I can't really tell by looking at her photo, but I'm assuming a Hispanic female working in that job title. I think that's exactly what they need.
Yeah. Yep. I have no idea what the diversification breakdown, the demographics are of that company. So I have no clue.
Yeah. All right. So, you know, we talk a lot about streaming. You're talking about you guys kind of do a little bit of streaming for your show or going to start over on Twitch and everything.
Yeah.
Yep. But it seems like as of late, there is this trending moment in the gaming industry. Some kid that was caught basically every time he got a kill, he would celebrate. You know, but in a crazy manner. So, I imagine this guy's from Europe. I didn't really read into it. I saw the clips and everything. I'll post the clips so you guys could see it. But it's hilarious. But he reminds me of this kid from Austria. Okay, they're super into like techno EDM type music and stuff like that. So it reminds me of this kid that I know from Austria that I used to do some work for. But every time he would get a kill in Warzone, he would basically throw a miniature rave in his room.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
With pyro and everything. Yeah. So he'd be hitting the button. There'd be flames going off in the background and everything. And it's just like, it's like super fun and entertaining. And it's just like a funny moment, right? But some other guy now took it to a new extreme, and especially with today being Cinco de Mayo. I think today was the day that this was dropped. But Facebook gaming streamer Rex Zilla posted a video of himself in the final circle of Call of Duty Warzone. And then when he won the match, he hired a mariachi band to play after he wins. So he won the game and they're in the background. So he has two cameras, one on him, one on the band. And he won the entire game, the Battle Royale or Warzone game. And the second he won, they stand up and start playing and
that's nuts.
And it's like, is this the turn where you gotta entertain somehow when you're streaming live?
I don't know, man.
I mean, that's pretty hilarious.
That's crazy.
Like if I'm scrolling whatever platform
I'd have to see. I would have to check out a clip once you guys post it.
Yeah, I'll post a clip of this.
Let's go! Another one! Bro, easy! Let's go!
Let's go Rex. www.
Yeah, I think that would totally be determined by the production, how it's done, you know? Because if it was just a bunch of dudes in a room doing it, it'd be kind of weird, I think, you know?
Like the band?
Yeah. Like if they're just in like they're in a room. Like just imagine if there was a mariachi band right behind us right here and they're just
that's the funny part. Cool. Yeah, that's the funny part.
Like it just really depends on how it was done, you know?
Yeah. But I think obviously this is like kind of within the last 2 months, this is kind of the second thing that's happened.
Yeah.
So I feel like this might start a trend where who can one up each other. So the next person's gonna what are they gonna hire Usher to sing when they win or whatever it may be. So I got some ideas. So when I stream, it involves females and nudity.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that'll probably be my last day streaming.
You have my attention.
Okay. See? But that'll probably be the last day I stream, but it'll be all fun.
Fun and games.
Yeah. The problem is I don't really win that much. So the girls are just going to be back there.
They'll be wrapped up in blankets. Like, we're cold.
But I thought that was pretty funny. And I don't know, man. I think that's what people are going to start doing. But just imagine scrolling through Twitch, whatever application that you watch, live stream, and then you just watch. You see some guy playing, but then there's a band behind him. You're like, what are those guys doing? Yeah. All of a sudden he wins and they start playing. You probably would become a fan really fast.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah. That'd be cool. Or if it was like, I don't think Twitch does this now, but it'd be awesome if they set it up to where anytime you killed someone, if that person can then see you instead of the kill cam. Like,
what's that?
So like if we're playing, like you and I were playing and I killed you in Warzone, if instead of watching the kill cam or maybe both, it would pan over to like my webcam. So you could see it. And then in that case, like mariachi be playing or something. That'd be cool. Weird thought. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
That happens. Another thing that happens and something we might need to look into. OnlyFans.
Okay.
But this couple, so a British couple met basically playing on Fortnite.
All right.
And then after playing together, they they started a relationship, I think, off the game, like playing together in the same lobby, talking and stuff like that. They eventually met. So a bricklayer, Tyler Thompson, and a support worker, Aaron Sanigan, played Fortnite together.
Okay.
I think one of his friends invited him. Hey, let's play. And then he ended up in the lobby and she was in there. They kind of hit it off. Eventually they meet. They hit it off and stuff like that. But the story here is they meet, kind of like fall in love or whatever. I don't know. And then all of a sudden they start playing Fortnite competitively together and everything. But then they take that and advance over to OnlyFans. So now, while they first plan on making an extra $500 a month, they now are making 4,000 to 5,000 euro a month on OnlyFans.
What kind of content are they producing?
I'm not really sure the content because whoever wrote the article, I really doubt if they actually went into to go see what the content is.
Presumably it's some form of pornography since it's OnlyFans, but I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Yeah. And I would really appreciate if it was basically them maybe playing video games while doing that type of pornography, because that's where they came from, right?
Yeah, you'd think so. Some form of demonstration of their video game prowess while they also demonstrate their bedroom etiquette.
Yeah, exactly what you said. So it's just a pretty funny thing. You know, they met on Fortnite.
Okay.
If it wasn't for Fortnite, they wouldn't have met.
That's crazy.
And they progressed their relationship from there.
How do you like hit it off as two characters with voiceovers?
You know, that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of people actually. Pilot Hero has a friend that we were going to have on the show, and I played with her once on a video game. For all you people, okay, married man. Played with her once. Are you guys
now on OnlyFans?
No.
Oh, okay.
But she was talking to us about basically. I think she's married. So we need to have her on the show so she could tell the story. But
okay, yeah.
She plays video games. She's pretty good at them. But she made a group of friends playing video games. And like recently she met them.
Oh, really?
So like she, like as a female, got along with these guys playing video games so well that they all became friends. You know, get each other's tags and stuff like that. So it's like every Wednesday they play at a certain time.
Right.
They bullshit. That's their group of friends now. And they're so like each other that they all ended up meeting.
Oh, like a meetup?
Yeah, I think they all went to Vegas or something and met up in person. Can you imagine? That's weird. That to me is weird, but yeah, that's just like it's okay. Like people do it all the time,
right? You know.
But I actually play. I think you played with him too. He's this golfer guy, Yosti, Mike Mason's friend.
Yeah.
So I hop on with those guys all the time, and they have a buddy. And I call him. I forget what they call him. Steiny or something. I don't know. Something with an S. And one day I was like, because the guy's pretty good.
Right.
And the Mike saw, oh yeah, that's Yossi's friend he met online, like playing the game. He's like, oh really? So yeah, he's never met him. Oh, dude, that blows my mind.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't play that much. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So there's been times though, and the few times I have played, I mean, most of the time I've been playing, it's just been like, with you for months at a time. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I got to get back to life because I'm spending too much time on this thing.
Yeah.
But there's been times where like I think I have one or two friends of people that I've never met. Like, obviously I haven't played with them in a year now, but
I can see it more like that. Like this guy that we play with, he's really good at, but maybe one day he's on and I'll join him and then I hit it off with him, whatever. But that's I already had an introduction from these other guys. Or just imagine just meeting a random person because he was funny.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. I watched a YouTube video. I don't remember who it's from, but a guy in the metaverse that did that same thing. Where I guess when you get into like Meta or the metaverse, when you link in, it kind of puts you with people that are locally like somewhat close to you. I guess that seems to be a trend. I've talked to a couple people. Well, one was that video. The other one, my co-host Sean, he's actually done it. And he's like, oh yeah, I was talking to this person. He lives like 4 streets over from me. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
They're like, well, where do you live? Oh, this place is what?
See, and that kind of brings more to like where I think of why it happens. Like your co-host likes to talk.
Right.
Like when I play video games, I'm kind of quiet.
Oh, okay.
So
you are.
So if someone's like, I'm playing with a random.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, what's up, dude? How's your day? Good. How was yours? And then I'm playing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, so where are you from? And I tell them.
Yeah.
And like, I don't like go with that conversation. It's not because I'm a dick. It's just because I'm playing the game and I'm pretty quiet when I play games.
Yeah, I know.
You know? That's why I don't really stream.
When we played, it was pretty much me screaming at you the whole time. Like, oh my God, don't let me die.
Yeah. so but I'm like, that's just my personality when I play games. I'm like focused and stuff. So I could see like someone that really does talk a lot.
Yeah.
And they have that interaction with that person. And then when they're done with that game, they're like, oh, that guy was really cool. Hey, what's your gamer tag?
Well, I mean, that's kind of cool though, too, because I've played a lot with people, especially if it's like a Warzone thing. I won't even play Warzone in like duos or anything unless it's someone I know with.
Yeah.
Because people get fucking pissed.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, come on, man. I'm like, it's Saturday at 1 p.m. Like, what do you mean I'm supposed to?
But you're
look at my level, bro.
You're at like F- when it comes to Warzone. Yeah.
Look at my fucking gamer tag is F-. Give me a break.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I should just snatch that one up if I can.
F-. Yeah.
I'm like, hey, look at my gamer tag. What do you think was going to happen?
Or your name should be shit at games.
Yeah.
So then when they like play, actually you'll probably get it in a lobby with someone. They'll see your name or tag and be like, oh, nope. And they exit.
Yeah, right.
They just leave you alone.
So yeah, that's been my experience. So when you do come across someone that's kind of cool, I could see how it'd be easy to be like, oh yeah, what's up?
Yeah. Actually, I do remember we used to play and like we do quads or whatever. And we're all playing and you're over there talking to the guy. And I'm like, dude, shut up. You know, like you're over there just having a conversation with the people and I'm just playing. I'm like, dude, I can't hear anything. These guys are just talking. Yeah. You know, so that's just my personality. So that's why I don't get it.
Yeah.
So even if it was a girl, like to meet a girl on a game, that's probably impossible for me Like in person, you know how I am in real life.
Yeah.
Like I talk and stuff, but just in video games.
No, you're concentrating.
Yeah. I'm very like into the game and I don't like talk as much.
Right.
So it's really hard for me to grasp that you can meet someone on a game, become super really good friends with them, and then meet them in real life.
And then take them to OnlyFans.
Yeah. And then fucking $4 to $5 or euros.
Whatever that is. Yeah. That's impressive.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, because the stats on OnlyFans, I don't know them exactly, but the average income, everyone's like, oh, do OnlyFans? The actual average income on OnlyFans is actually pretty low.
Yeah, it's probably like that.
No, I mean like hundreds of dollars and that's it. Like people like, cause you know how it is with podcasting. You got to put in the work if you want to do it. So I think a lot of people are like, oh, I'll do this. But then, the bottom 90% don't even put the work in to make it happen on a regular basis.
Think it is? Because I like, I listen to a lot of things that have, females that do like OnlyFans, and they don't like necessarily say like spill the beans on what they do, but they say certain things that with someone like with common sense can pick up. So a lot of the bigger OnlyFans people, I think they charge really a small amount, like
just subscribe or something.
Yeah, like $5 a month. $5 a month.
Right.
And you're like, damn, dude, that's really good.
Yeah.
But they're not making their money off of $5 a month. They're making their money once,
How does
donations.
That work?
So I think it's, or like even like private messages and stuff. So I think it's basically you subscribe to that person.
Yeah.
And then you can see their profile, and on their profile, they'll be able to put like basically anything they want. Right. But the real juicy stuff, if they're like doing like nudity, they'll post like really calm stuff.
Right.
But then, message me for a private photo or private talk or video or something like that.
Right.
And then it's like $50 for the video.
Okay.
And then, but once you're in there, they got you. You know what I mean?
What a beautiful scam. Like I could just see it. Oh yeah, $50 for the video. I'll DM you a video, but
exactly.
I'm also DMing that to 1,000 other people.
Yeah. But you as what they call a simp, you're like, oh, I'm so special.
Yeah, simp. Like, I've covered that before on the podcast. Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm so special. And it's like, there's a lot of other people.
Right.
She's very successful. Okay. So there's a lot of other people getting that same video. But I think that's how it works. So I think the people that make the lower end, what you're talking about, is they like post certain things, but then they're like $25 a month to subscribe.
Right.
And then when you're like, okay, well, this girl's getting butt ass naked for $5 and this one's in lingerie for $25.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So they're making a lot less. So they're not using the platform to the fullest.
Yeah. I always question that. I've never actually met someone. Well, I've never met someone that will actually admit that they're a subscriber on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I kind of have my sneaky suspicion that those are people that are, at least in the porno side of things of OnlyFans, that are kind of like have a personality where they're borderline stalker-ish or fall in love with an individual. Because I'm like, dude, there's so much free shit on the internet, no matter what you're into. It's like, why would you need to pay?
Yeah, well, that for sure. And like I said, like the girls that really do know how to work it is because they're doing those special things where it's like, all right, I'll write you a private message just for you. And then she's like, Hater Dave. So yeah, there's not many Hater Daves. You know what I mean? So you're like, you're like, oh shit, that is to me. You feel special. But it's like realistically, you're paying for that service.
Right.
Which is whatever. Like if you're into that stuff, then that's all good. But
But you're at home in your own privacy. Do what you want.
Yeah. But I think that's the secret sauce there. It's like, you got to put it out there for really cheap.
Right.
But then the stuff that you're actually selling is quality.
Get them hooked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe even free. And then just,
Yeah, I don't know if they do
if free. You want my full content.
Yeah. But then I love how like people just like leak the people's stuff.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, you see, who was the male actor in Kim Kardashian's sex tape?
Ray J.
You see, he came out recently and was like, "Oh yeah, it was totally planned the whole time."
Yeah, I've been knowing that.
I mean, everyone knew that, but he actually came out and was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, because he's looking. Well, I don't know if you saw the exact text or whatever, but he's basically writing Kim saying, "Dude, you're making me look bad. You're making me look like I'm not a rapist, but like a weirdo in sorts. I forget exactly why.
Right,
but." You're making me look like this, and now I got to answer to my team, and they got to answer to potential sponsors being like, no, we don't want Ray J being part of our company.
Right.
Because of this.
Right.
So you need to clear that up. Like, this is all, we planned this.
Right.
You know? So, and that's not news though. We all know that like Kim Kardashian's mom is like the best marketing person ever.
Yeah. I don't know if I could support my mom after she sells my booty though.
Yeah. But like, so imagine this, like, even though, well, I mean, we could say Paris Hilton.
I guess if you grew up in the family.
And Pamela Anderson, right? They both have sex tapes. Where are they at? Yeah. Kim Kardashian has a sex tape. Where's she at? She's like the most famous person.
Right. Too Dumb Hunk sex tape coming soon.
Only if you got Chris Kardashian.
That's funny. Yeah, I'll get her on.
So it's going to be you and your co-host? No. That's pretty gross.
Yeah, that's gross.
Too dumb. That's
why I said gross. Chill, bro. God.
Yeah. But
Jeez.
I guess to end the show, because we're already there.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. Instead of getting into another conversation, let's finish with this OnlyFans topic. Did you see Cash Me Outside Girl?
Dude, killing it. She's number one on OnlyFans, I think.
I don't know if she's number one, but supposedly she made $52 million in 1 year, which equaled like 43 something take home after OnlyFans took their percentage.
Right.
So like 40 something $million.
Buys a house, $6 million house in
cash.
Florida.
In cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
The second she turned 18.
Yeah.
And her name's Bad Baby.
Bad Baby. Yeah. She'll always be the Cash Me Outside girl. She's trying to shake it.
Well, she is. And that's exactly why she actually posted the receipts showing that. That's because she was saying like, it's annoying that everyone knows me as that, but like I've done a lot more since, which she has.
Well, she's trying to spin it saying my success in this has nothing to do with that. But no, everyone that...
Nah, but see, that's the thing though. Like there's a lot of people that have gone viral for certain reasons, whatever it is.
On OnlyFans?
No, just in general.
Right.
They go viral, but they don't capitalize.
So her first 6 hours on OnlyFans, she made $1 million.
Yeah.
So she was already famous? Not from being Cash Me Outside girl.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so she was Cash Me Outside girl, and then her 15 minutes of fame was up.
Yeah.
And then it's been years because I forget exactly how old she was. She was like 15.
Right.
Right. So 15 to 18. It's been years since that fame happened.
Right.
You think she still would have done? No, it's just that she kept relevant from 15 to 18, doing other things. Like rapping, being on Snapchat, like.
All right. Well, when all the news articles come out that say Cash Me Outside girl made this amount of money on OnlyFans in her first 6 hours,
that's just disrespectful to everyone.
That's like, but I mean, that tells you who she is. Everyone knows. Oh, Cash Me Outside.
At least I'm saying it in a fact of like, she's probably worth it because she's kept up the fame and paid more.
Okay. Sure.
Everyone else is just saying, oh, this girl that just did this one thing that one time is smoking you in life.
But it was huge. It was huge.
But I've seen people with bigger things.
Like?
I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't really know. But there's people that have been way more viral than she has.
I don't know, man. That shit was like wildfire.
Yeah, but Catch Me Outside also was
and
like...
everyone says that phrase like for the next like 4 years after that.
Yeah, but that also went viral before like the social media we have now. Imagine like we talked on TikTok.
I don't think you could do that now.
No, you could go super viral even more. For example,
well, I mean, not off the same platform, same way, you know, like she's famous off of Dr. Phil and it was like, oh, Cash Me Outside and all
when
this stuff.
When everyone took it to the memes, and that's kind of when like memes first were getting super popular and stuff. But now it's like even crazier, you know? So she did it back then, but she had to like really work for it afterwards, you know? So she kept being popular and there was a lot of, I guess, creepy people from being like, oh, this 15-year-old.
Right.
And then they're like, dude, I can't wait till she turns 18. And then I've heard that she doesn't even post like naked. Like she's just in underwear.
Oh, really?
That's even more of a slap.
Yeah.
She's doing what Victoria's Secret models do, but making 100 times more than they do.
Right.
In 1 year.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And she's doing it all herself. Like I'm sure she's just taking a photo in her bathroom or whatever by herself.
Yeah, probably so, huh?
You know, Victoria's Secret models, they have to have the most professional photographers out there, everything, airbrush, freaking Photoshop, everything, and they don't even make half of what she does.
Right. All right. Yeah, that's nuts, huh?
So
who's the other top OnlyFans lady? The crazy meow meow. What's that chick's name?
Chick Cat?
Yeah. What did she do? She sticks her tongue out and like crosses her eyes and shit.
I don't know. She's popular.
Yeah, she was like the #1 earner like a year or two ago. She's not still.
She was doing porn though.
Yeah, what's that chick's name?
the anime chick.
Yeah,
Belle Delphine.
Oh yeah, there you go. Meow meow. Whatever.
I don't know. She was super. I don't know if she was that popular.
Yeah,
or #1 or whatever.
But whatever, people will pay. I guess once you get them hooked on you personally, you know.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what Bad Baby did. She took one little thing that probably should. And the thing is too, like the reason it was so big is because everyone hated her. Everyone's like, dude, she's such a little bitch because she was like rude to her mom,
right? And
then just like made fun of her, like, oh, catch me outside. Like everyone was like way tougher than her.
Yeah,
like yeah, I'd love to catch you outside, whatever right. type of deal,
right?
But then yet, like that's her popularity.
Yeah,
dude, killing it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, all in all, that's pretty impressive, and that's in 1 year.
Yeah, Bad Baby. If you see this, see who's really sticking up for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Help a brother out.
Yeah, cash him outside.
Yeah, with some money. Paying $6 million for a mansion cash.
I mean, that's nice. That's real nice.
Yeah. At 18 years old.
One day, I'll be there.
Hey, well, yeah, we're past 18 though, so
yeah, that's all right.
Not very impressive.
If I get there at all, I'll be impressed.
$6 million?
Yeah. Well, I mean, $6 million for a house. So.
All right, so that's gonna be the end of the show. I want to thank you so much for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure. I'm always here for you guys.
Yeah, we saving the day.
Yep.
What the goal was for this year? 1 episode
a week. Right?
52 weeks.
I think you stated that to me at the beginning of the year. You said, "Don't let me fail."
Yeah.
Me and Pilot here, we got it. I got you guys. Got you, Pilot.
Yeah. So thank you guys, or thank you for coming in and stepping in for today on short notice.
Yep, no problem.
And for all you watchers, listeners out there, make sure you check us out. The Gamer Boyz on all platforms, on all podcast listening platforms. We're the Gamer Boyz. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts.
Damn, you guys are doing a lot.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are on YouTube,
video, Spotify,
TikTok,
video, TikTok,
Instagram. I try to catch them all.
Facebook,
like Pokemon, Twitter. But I just can't. It's like every time I log into a different thing, I'm like, oh, there's the Gamer Boyz again.
Yeah. So we're on everything. Just make sure you search The Gamer Boyz. You can go to our website, thegamerboyz.com. Drop us an email at info@thegamerboyz.com. Ask us some questions, whatever you guys need. But just The Gamer Boyz. Search that on whatever. If you're watching us on video, make sure you go to YouTube, subscribe, give us a like, leave some comments, even hateful ones, because we've been getting those a lot lately. It's funny.
Yeah, they could be enjoyable.
Yeah.
If you know how to laugh them off.
I mean, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, thank you for watching, for giving me that one view.
The one.
Yeah. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been a Gamer Boyz podcast. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
We'll catch you guys next week. Hopefully Pilot Hero's back in the studio.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be. He'll be here. Yeah. I'll call him the day before.
There you go.
Yo, Pilot Zero.
Yeah.
You gonna be there?
I can't cover for your ass today.
Right. Yeah. Hey man, I'll be busy.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Guys, game on.
Yeah. Till then, game on.